Hi everyone. This is my very first video documenting my progress with a hobby I decided to take up, and that hobby is not quite knitting. This is the wool. They can also be used for knitting and knitting. You can see that, and crocheting, but I will be doing neither with this. Maybe you can guess. Some people might be able to guess, maybe not. But I'll be using this wool, and I'll be using it to start learning a new skill, a new craft, a new hobby, which supposedly predates both knitting and crocheting. So if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm going to now open this package, which contains the second tool I need, second piece of equipment. So that's my wool. Really nice. Not the softest. Not as soft as merino wool and alpaca. That was really nice in the store. I got this from John Lewis. But this is 100% wool. It's not super washed. Made in Britain, as we can see, made in England by the West Yorkshire Spinners. So I'm proud to support, company that produce this wool locally. That's really cool. In the future, when I can do it justice and I've got a bit more experience behind me, I'm very much looking forward to using alpaca wool, and there was another type in the shop, I can't remember what it was. You've got alpaca wool, you've got obviously sheep's wool or lamb wool. I imagine it's sheep's wool. And from the two varieties are the blue-faced and Kerry Hill. So I believe this is a mix, and it's roving wool. So it's I believe that means lightly spun. Again, this is my very first video. I'm learning all of this. So yeah, can't wait to know more, learn more. Yeah. So sorry, I got distracted. So my second tool that may reveal if you guys know what I'll be using this for is in here. Now this arrived today. I've already pre-opened it because I need to take it to the store with me to get the wool, to check the wool. The wool will go through the needle for this. But this is the other tool I'll need. So let me try and get this out with one hand. Let's shake it out. There we go. That's it. That's one end of it. If anyone knows yet what this hobby is I'm taking up. To be fair, actually, I've just realised the YouTube video is going to be titled with the name of the hobby. But let's just go with this. Let's just sort of do like a surprise reveal. I've started now, can't stop. And this is my bone needle. Now, this is very interesting. To create a stitch, create a piece of clothing, all I will need is my wool and this, and my fingers. We'll be using my fingers a lot. So it's very interesting. So these two together, along with my third piece of equipment, definitely I'll be using that as a beginner, is in here. I'll open it next. But these two together is what I'll be using to learn the craft nail binding, or also known as needle binding. So yeah, this is a very old craft, guys. Predates knitting and crocheting, and it uses like shorter lengths of thread of wool, and I believe this is because back in the day when they were doing null binding, it's because they were using like the offcuts of like the wool from when they had finished weaving clothes, weaving items. Could be clothes, could be, you know, whatever you want to weave. So yeah, in order not to waste, obviously, the wool, which they would have, you know, literally sheared it from the sheep, processed, spun it, you know, cleaned it. So in order not to waste anything, yeah, they would then use the offcuts, or what's remaining, to do null binding. Yeah, null binding, I believe it's done a lot in Scandinavia. But yeah, I can do another video about like, sorry, just scratched my head. I can do another video about like null binding, its history, but there's a lot on the internet that you can read about it. Very interesting. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, that's that. Now before I show you the guide, I'm just going to quickly show you the receipt. Yeah, so yeah, £7.50. Now this is 100 grams. I wanted 50 grams because I'll just be practicing a lot, you know, in the beginning. But the 50 gram one, just the thread was too skinny. Needed a bit of a chunkier thread. So yeah, I had to go with the bigger size, which is okay. I might just be making a lot of squares, practice squares, different stitches, or stay with the same stitch and just get really good at that. But yeah, roving. So if I zoom in, it's not like the smoothest, like the most refined, but it's refined enough where I'll be able to see my stitch pattern. But it's lightly spun, so if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, it looks a bit like felt, doesn't it? Which is what I want, because I'll need to be able to felt the wool at the end to join new pieces of thread together. So unlike with knitting, you use like a continuous piece of yarn. I think that's how it works, knitting. I haven't done it for a very long time, since I was a kid. With null binding, like I said, because back in the day they were using like pieces of leftover material, I'll only be working with, I think, like about 1 meter at a time of thread of wool. So I'll you know, when you start to make bigger pieces, you know, hats, wrist warmers, shoes, or slash slippers, you're constantly joining pieces of thread. So it's really important that you have a version of wool, a type of wool that, you know, you can felt together really easily. So that's the idea behind me going with the roving type. Yeah, and I went with chunky so that it's big enough so that I can see the stitches, and I've gone with a light colour. This is like a baby blue, really nice. Again, so I can see my stitches, see where I'm going wrong, where I'm going right, and just really, yeah, see the stitch come up really nicely. Yeah, and then finally, let me show you the guide I'll be using. The guide I'll be using to help me on my journey into the world of null binding. So here it is. It arrived today. Came by Royal, came in a do not bend piece of packaging. Really appreciate that, guys. And a big up to Royal Mail as well. My postman, he didn't he didn't just shove it through the letterbox. He left outside and then rang the doorbell. And so yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, postman. So this is the guide, and doing this with one hand. So let's get it out. Oh, let's allow the camera to focus. As you can see, we're already getting our like Norse Viking. What's the word? Design here. This is the guide. That's the, I believe that's the Swedish way or the Scandinavian way of writing null binding. Obviously, you know, we take off the one of the ends, and it's null binding. That's the English way of spelling it, anglicised way. So yeah, this oh, there it is. Yeah, so this guide was sold on the same website I got the needle from. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's buy it together. I did later find this on Amazon, but I'm very glad I supported this business. This business in York that's been selling this kind of stuff and other Viking and Norse stuff for a very long for a few years, I believe it's since 1997. The company's called, I'll just get it out for you now, they put a nice little sticker here. The company is called, sorry, again, one-handed. The company's called Jelly Dragon, I believe, Viking Dragon. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, Viking Dragon. Yeah. So thank you guys. Yeah, Viking Dragon Gelling Dragon. And they've been what's the date on the, yeah, there we go. Nordic Crafts since 1997. So yeah, very very glad I found these guys, and I'm very glad I was able to support them with doing what they clearly seem to love. Okay, so yeah, this is the guide. It's very cool as well. It's written in both English and Swedish, so I will probably unintentionally learn some Swedish words. Here we go. Here's my first one. Historic. I'm gonna have no idea how to pronounce this, but it seems subconscious that I'm just gonna absorb and learn some Swedish words. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, this is the guide. Getting started again, so you see here what I was saying about it. You work with a piece at a time to take a length, measure it. It's going to be about a meter, and yeah, that's it. And then here's all the fingers we'll be using. So yeah, can't wait, guys. So excited that this is here. Yeah, it's going to be. I hope this is going to be a very interesting journey. Thought I'd document it, share it with you guys, and yeah, let's explore the world of null binding together. So yeah, so first video, got me guide, got me wool. I spent could be about 20 minutes. Maybe not that long. It did feel quite long. Everyone that came in, all the customers that came in the haberdashery section around me, they all came and left. I was still there, looking at all the walls. I was like, all right, here we go. Getting up Gemini on my phone, doing a Google search. Yes, it took me about 10 minutes or so, 15 maybe. Felt like 20 to decide which wool to go with. I think I made the right decision as a beginner null binder. But yeah, yeah, it can only go up from here. At least I've got the wool now, and I've got my lovely bow needle from Viking dragon. Thank you. I can see, actually, it does look like it was handcrafted. So that's kind of cool. And maybe in the future I hope to handcraft my own as well. And from like wood. I saw another YouTuber, she showed a needle made from a chopstick, a wood chopstick, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, it's just very important that this is not super sharp, but mine feels quite sharp. Anyway, I'll be careful. I'll need to be very careful. That feels a bit sharp to me, but maybe knitting needles are even sharper. Who knows? Who knows? I am a beginner. I know nothing. Ready to absorb everything. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. Welcome, and see you guys in the next video. Take care. Speak soon. Bye.